senior choreography projects. We have 4 seniors this season that are graduating and have made a new work for us. We also have a new work from Mr. Jamal Barnes for the second half of the program. First thing I wanted to do is thank our sponsors really quickly. That's 94.9 is our title sponsor. We have a platinum partner at Starnes Media, Jemison Investment Company, Inc. as well. We're going to just get on with the show. You guys know how this works. The senior talks about their piece, then we see it, and then so forth and so on down the line. And our first senior today is Bianca.
Hi, I'm Bianca, and I'm a 6th-year senior. My piece is inspired by the poem Fern Hill by Dylan Thomas. The speaker of the poem returns to the farm that he grew up on and reflects on his childhood innocence by examining different elements of nature, including the changing views of the sky. The change from nighttime to dawn in my piece signifies a loss of innocence from growing older, while the change from dawn to daylight shows that we should maintain a sense of childhood innocence to help us feel love and empathy for all. I created this piece in hopes that everyone may rediscover a part of their childhood innocence. I am proud to present Nightly Under the Simple Stars.
first envisioned my senior piece, all I knew is that I wanted my music and my choreography to include a multitude of styles and not be genre specific. As you will see, I choreographed a piece where classical dance and more contemporary and jazzy aspects could coexist while my music itself even slowly drifts from classical styles to more pop. Furthermore, I knew I would find my voice in my piece through the use of storytelling. So I set my mind aside and tried to find a narrative that could successfully transcend all artistic divisions. Immediately, my mind set on the story of finding love. I believe love transcends all barriers, artistic among others. So with love as the focus of my piece, I spent a lot of time choreographing to be able to successfully communicate the emotions throughout my piece. The movement and choreography itself is very symbolic. When they lift each other up, when they fall down, when they're synchronized, and when they're not. I wanted my piece to tell an honest story of finding love, because as we all know, with love comes a multitude of other emotions. You have to find trust, you have to work through your own insecurities. It's not an easy process. But in conclusion, my piece shows that once you find that someone who makes you feel complete, I'm sorry. Love at its core is peaceful and beautiful. And lastly, since this is the school show, I just wanted to quickly recognize Claire. We've been together since we were 14, and since then, you have always been front and center, supporting me. You inspire me, and you love me every day, and I couldn't thank you enough, so I want to dedicate this performance to her. So now, I emotionally present my senior piece entitled Incomplete. Thank you.
I breathe in slow to compose myself, but the bleeding heart I left on the shelf starts beating now, beating half to death. To hear all mine. So I press my lips down into your neck and I stay there and I reconnect bravery I've been trying to perfect. It can wait for a while. Scared of the hole in my head, it's been making me sweat. It turns out you're here with your head on my chest. I should get the world will turn and we'll grow. We'll learn how to be complete. I breathe out loud, we fall back in just like before. We can begin, let your nose push slow up against my skin. Let it all feel just right. Gone is the emptiness, we just take what's best and move on. All of the hurt gets left, I should guess that the world will turn and we'll grow. We'll learn how to complete. This here now is where we touch down, you and me. Let's be complete. How will it go without? I don't know. It looks like we made it. Yeah, tell me you never down. The world will turn and we'll grow. We'll learn how to lead, to lead. I don't want to down. I don't want us to break up in the clouds. All I want is to stay with you now. I don't want to down. I don't want us to break up in the clouds. All I want is to stay with you now. And the world will turn and we'll grow. We'll learn how to be complete. And this here now is where we touch down, you and me. Let's be complete.
Hi everyone, my name is Hallie Brooke Bernard and I'm a third-year senior at ASPA. In the beginning of creating my piece, I asked my dancers to write a letter to their future self about something that they wish to overcome by the end of this process. My wish for these dancers is that they have found a deeper meaning to their own artistic expression and they have experienced the freedom that comes from that. We have worked together in creating a piece that involves musicality, versatility, some movement that has challenged all of these dancers personally. These dancers have overcome many challenges together. They have learned from each other. They've empowered one another. And that's exactly what my piece embodies. My piece is about overcoming personal challenges and finding your own power and your own freedom with those around you. So this is our emergence.
6-year senior in the ASFA dance department. But unlike most dancers, I did not begin dancing until the age of 10, and for a long time I struggled with self-doubt, remaining confident, and wondering if I was good enough. But throughout it all, I was reminded of my purpose by the many doors that God has opened for me. God has given me solid fulfillment and the idea that my passion is something to pursue. Revelations 3:8 reads, "Behold, before you I've set an open door which no one is able to shut." My piece is inspired by my belief that everything happens for a reason and that every door is either open and closed in order for me to reach my dreams. So I present to you my senior piece, Open Doors.
May these words be the first to find your ears. Love is brighter than the sun, now that you're here. Though your eyes will need some time to adjust to the overwhelming light surrounding us. I'll give you everything I have, I'll teach you everything I know. I promise I'll do better. I'll always hold you close. I'll learn to let you go. I promise I'll do better. I'll soften every edge. I'll hold the world to its best. And I'll do better. With every heartbeat I have left, I will defend you every breath. And I'll do better. 'Cause you are love, more than you know. Hereby pledge all of my days to prove it so. Though your heart is far too young to realize, only as the light you hold inside.
Okay, admit it's favorite part of the show. Time with me. All right, so the thing that makes me the happiest about doing this job, I was just sitting in the audience thinking of this, is when the ASFA dancers turn on the jets. Didn't you think they kind of turned it on? Oh my God. And then Jackson got me a little teary and all that happens. And I love the duet with Ellie and Lorani. Isn't that beautiful? I heard somebody behind me go, gosh, that was beautiful. And it's a beautiful moment, and I think it's real and honest and sincere. You know, the quantum leap for dancers takes place on the stage. And one of the great gifts that our school has is this theater. And thanks to the foundation and all the people that built this dang place, it makes such a difference for the performing arts. Because until you can do it on the stage, it doesn't really count. And those kids did a great job today so far. And they've got another half of the show to go. So that kind of wanted to say that out loud because I thought that was important. And this quantum leap thing is really important. I remember as a young dancer here, that's for myself, being thrown into things that were way over my head as a dancer at that point. And I grew so much from all the mistakes and the stumbles and all the things that happened during those performances where I felt way out of my league. So when I got to ABT, American Ballet Theater in New York, at the age of 19, having trained at ASFA, I was so far ahead of all of people my age that were in the company because of my experience of being in this school. And my hope always is that when a student leaves our dance department, that they have that experience as well. And one of the reasons they have that chance to do that is because we have a theater that they can perform in. And they can perform it safely, there's no critics, it's just us, and you guys are the best audience ever. Having a peer audience that's on your side, there's nothing like that. So thank you for doing that and being generous with what you're giving back to them. We as artists feed off the energy of the audience. And certainly in the dance world we do. So thank you for that. That's an important thing to hear, I think, and it's important for me to say to you, clap more when they're dancing. They love that. It gives them, it's like at a football game when you get a cheer, when you do something good. It's the same kind of feeling. That doesn't mean clap the whole piece, that would be weird. You know what I mean, like in between stuff, you can be more enthusiastic, it's okay. Anyway, so I just wanted to say all that out loud before we moved on into the next part of the program. But I did want to bring out Mr. Barnes because he has made a new work. Because we only had 4 seniors, usually we have 6, 7, 8, something like that. So the program is full. The dance program would be full. But in this case, with only 4 seniors, we had sort of a second half to do. So I said, Jamal, make something new. He said, okay, I'll do it. That's the kind of conversations we have. And I didn't say, let me hear your music. I didn't make up all these things that he had to do with it. I just said, you do what you want to do, as long as it's appropriate for high school students. So, and he's made this new work, and I think that, with all the elements, he's talked about his works with me before, and how sometimes they're very simplistic. And the theatrical part of what we bring to the stage in terms of lighting and other effects kind of turns it into something spectacular. And we were sitting at the tech table this week with our lighting director that comes in to light our shows, Kenneth Keith, and with our great technical staff who sits in the booth. They just do such a great job. We're so pleased with everybody that works for us. I was sitting behind Jamal on that first row when they were at the tech table, and the lights started and we started doing stuff and it was great. And I saw Jamal's energy change from the back and he got excited. And suddenly it was like this whole new thing beyond the choreography that started to take place. Now, of course, that is subjective because that's my opinion. But I did want to bring Mr. Barnes up and let him have a moment to talk about his new work. Jamal, come to the stage. All right, I'm going to interview you. So just tell us about your new work. That's the interview.
First of all, hello to ASFA. It's such a pleasure being here. I've been coming to ASFA now for 7 years as a guest artist. And so it's such a pleasure being here full time and working with these amazing dancers and amazing staff. So, and I would also like to say thank you for everyone who has embraced me, who has been walking through the hallways, and you just say a hello and just a wink. And I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Mm-hmm. And so this work here that we're doing with the seniors, I was thinking about what it meant to transition, what it meant to shift, and how we go through many shifts throughout the year. and also what we leave behind and what do we take with us. What do we leave behind and what do we take with us? And so this work today is called The Shift, and it's taking you through many journeys and many different, I would say, other worlds as we shift. And as we do the shift, this year I was in charge of the PDP, professional development, working with the seniors, and very much having them dig deep and emotionally and challenging them, not only physically, but intellectually. Because as dancers, we're also using that too. We're using both body, mind, and spirit. So I think you saw that in this work so far, is how they can really dig deep in their emotional place, their spiritual place, and their physical space. So here we are, and I would also like to say, she's trying to wish me off now. I'd also like to say, beyond you guys accepting me, thanks to the different faculty members who have also really have helped out throughout this year. Can we have Ms. Wexler and Ms. Fazy come to the stage? Ms. Wexler, Ms. Fazy, come to the stage. Yes. We have just a small token of my appreciation. So on behalf of the senior class and the PDP class, we would have a small token of our appreciation just to say thank you. So enjoy the shift.
I haven't gotten flowers in so long. I'm kind of loving it. Okay. All right. Last thing I wanted to say is after the shift, everyone's dismissed. Have a great weekend.
I saw you every day of the night. You were standing before me, my Lord, all in white. I could not touch you, I loved you so well. Then I saw in my mind that no one could tell. Standing alone on the stone of a well, all around me so the ground so still. You reached for the words that could not be said. Lay down your tongue, what your eyes have read. Left me the faith in the breath of a man. I saw you flying o'er the ocean's breath. Forward you rode on the wings of your word, the very last sound that anyone's heard. I saw you every day of the night. You were standing before me, my Lord, all in white. I could not touch you, I fought you so well. Then I saw in my mind that no one could tell. Standing alone on the stone of a well, all around me so the ground so still. You reached for the words that could not be said.